27 years of age, and Meldrick Taylor, just 19, so a real age discrepancy here, Al.
Indeed, and Orta, one of the grand old men, if you will, at the age of 26 of the Cuban team. He is 6-1 versus the USA in dual competitions. He's been fighting for a long time, and he's been around a long time on that team, and an excellent fighter.
In the 83 USA-Cuba meet, he stopped Dino Ramirez of the United States in 1. There's a good look at Meldrick Taylor out of Philadelphia, and he fights out of the Smokin' Joe Frazier gym.
In his first dual meet of an international nature. So right now, probably going through his mind are some thoughts about just where he's at.
Well, he is at the Lawler Special Events Center in Reno, Nevada. And this is the 4th bout in the USA-Cuba dual meet. The Cubans with a 2-1 lead right now over the United States. Al, when a team from Cuba comes into our country, this is a big, big event for them because they're priming themselves, obviously, for the Olympic Games, but this is what these young men do, you know, for Olympics.
Evidenced by that 6-1 record, and in Taylor, as I said, a fighter in only his first, so it's obviously Americans usually suffer from experience problems because of the turnover.
Meldrick Taylor, just 3 years of boxing experience. Horta, on the other hand, with 10 years, and good exchange on the inside by these two fighters, and you can see right now that Horta has a long, rangy frame, and he's going to use that left jab effectively.
Meldrick Taylor, just knowing that he comes from the Joe Frazier gym tells you that he is not afraid to mix it up on the inside. And we already see one calling card from virtually every fighter that's trained at that gym, and that is good left hook.
Yes, indeed. Good left hook, as Al Bernstein just said, by Meldrick Taylor out of the Smokin' Joe Frazier gym in Philadelphia. His coach is Willie Rush.
When you look at the people that Horta has beaten among the Americans, it's like a who's who of our amateur program. He beat Bernard Taylor, fine featherweight, Jackie Beard, and also Wayne Lynam. He lost to Rocky Lockridge, who is now the junior lightweight champion of the world. So he's faced good Americans from really several eras.
Absolutely. Clifford Gray, too, can be thrown in there. Horta with a 3-inch height advantage. He is 5'8". Taylor 5'5".
Right now, Roger, he is probably surprised at the hand speed and aggressiveness of Meldrick Taylor. A fighter who was unknown to Horta, and he's finding him a tough man.
Horta does a good job. He's really up on his toes, Albers.
He's a very fine technician in the ring. Oh, good straight right. That buckled the knees of Meldrick Taylor.
And Horta moves in now, and he has Taylor in trouble. But look at Taylor fight back.
There's no quit in Taylor, that's for sure. And he was really hurt with that right hand.
He regained his senses in a hurry as Horta had him in some trouble. And a good right hand. And that stunned Taylor.
Good left by Taylor, and Taylor comes back with his own right. So Meldrick Taylor and Horta in a brawl.
And another good right by Taylor. Oh, the nose of Meldrick Taylor bleeding, both nostrils. And the fans in Reno, Nevada cheering on the youngster out of Philadelphia, PA.
Incredible round.
Boy, Horta's got to take a step back and say, hey, this is not any ordinary 19-year-old I'm in against.
And I tell you, the character of Meldrick Taylor came to the forefront when he was hit with that big right hand. Horta, an experienced fighter, was all over him. Meldrick not only didn't give up, was able to rally back very effectively.
And he sticks in a left jab to Horta's chin. Time running down in the first round. 3 rounds. 125-pound classification. Featherweights, Meldrick Taylor of Philadelphia and Adolfo Horta of Cuba. The dual meet, and a most encouraging and impressive first round for the youngster from Philadelphia, Meldrick Taylor.
He's giving away 8 years and light years of experience to Adolfo Horta. But in that first round, he gained the respect of Horta and hurt him with some tremendous right hands toward the end of that round.
Horta got off first in that opening 3 minutes, but as Al mentioned, Taylor was able to come back and really finish with a flurry. And he's coming right back at the veteran now.
Good combination punching by Taylor. Taylor has a habit of leaving himself open when he throws those combinations. He throws them a little bit wide, but he throws them so quickly and with such force, it's hard to hit him.
Al, do you get the feeling that maybe Horta has watched Sugar Ray Leonard box on one or two occasions. I just noticed his shoelaces, some of his movements.
Style is a little bit reminiscent. That's a good point. And this is a good example of why the cliche about the Cuban boxer is just that. They fight with a lot of different styles, and the lateral movement of Horta, a good example.
Meldrick Taylor of Philadelphia. And Adolfo Horta of Cuba. Second round. I would be interested in the scoring of that first round.
I would say a very tough round to score, but I would tend to lean a little bit toward Taylor because I thought for the last third of that round he did so well.
Taylor has been the aggressor as far as throwing punches in this round. We've seen a lot of movement from Horta, but he is keeping his distance, if you will.
He wants to box Taylor from the outside. That's obvious. When Taylor gets inside and throws those combinations like that, he's a very effective fighter. Taylor has a brother named Eldrick.
A twin brother.
Yeah, and his name is Meldrick.
Meldrick and
How
Eldrick.
does anybody keep him straight?